Action. So here we are, day one of the training block. Took 3 days of recovery, had a great block, probably one of the best blocks in my whole life, the last one. And now rested and motivated to begin training for another, now they're turned out to be 8-day blocks. So anyways, I always start off with a swim, and I had a good quality swim yesterday. I've been following Jerry Rodriguez's Tower 26 program. And so today in the water is just a nice, easy technical swim, flush out the legs, that sort of thing. And the beginning of that whole thing, though, every single day now I've been using these stretch cords, and I'm up to 100, 3 rounds of 100 with them, and basically just building swim-specific muscular strength. So that's what I'll start off with, and then I'll get into the pool for a set. Alright, so I got the 3 rounds of 100 with the stretch cords done. Now I'm ready to swim. This is one of Jerry's sets in the Tower 26 online program. And they're meant for the swimming pool, so I have to adapt them a bit to the endless pool. But I really like to do them in the endless pool because I can look at the mirror on the bottom and really focus on the elements that I'm supposed to be working on. So set starts off with 500, just nice, easy, not a single hard stroke. Into 1,000 with fins on, with the nice big flippers on, as 300 swim, 200 kick on your back, and I'll do that as, this with a nice streamlined position, holding the core nice and taut. So 2 rounds of that for 1,000, into 3 rounds of 200 kick, and we'll do that with the fins on as well, and then the snorkel, and then the board out front. And basically I'll be thinking about keeping taut, to use one of Jerry's words. In other words, keeping my back of my head, my butt, and my heels all at the surface. So 3 rounds of 200, and then just 400 nice easy swim with the snorkel on. Once again, allows me to focus on the mirrors on the bottom, focus on proper alignment. And then into 3 rounds of 200 pull. And for the pull, I'll put the band on to lock up the ankles, and then the Eni buoy, which is a phenomenal buoy. And then we'll do that because I actually broke, I had a set of paddles, they're called the tech paddles, that basically force you to go like this. I broke them, so I'll just use fists until I get my new set of paddles in the mail. So 3 rounds of that at 70%, and then 6 rounds of 50 pull with fists as well, same gear at 80%, and then just to finish it off, 300 easy swim at 70%. The whole swim will be 3,700 meters, probably end up being, because I just can't, in order to get the, I guess, distance right, I just count strokes, so I'll take 3,700 strokes, which probably actually end up being like 3,900 to 4,000 meters. So that's it. I mean, there's really nothing hard whatsoever. I swam hard yesterday. The set was, the main piece of the set, 3,000 deep, was 20 by 100 on 125 in the long course pool, getting down to 115s. So yeah, this is a nice, easy tech swim, just to set myself up for a good bike later, a good run later, and then also a hard swim tomorrow. Second workout of the day. Had lunch about an hour and a half after the swim. Ended up swimming 3,800. So this is going to be a real quality workout. I'm training for a race called CVR World Cup in a couple of weeks. So I'm being forced to really work the upper limits and the top end in order to even have a slight chance of being competitive. So anyways, the whole workout's going to be 2 hours spent at various outputs. This first piece of the workout will be 6 times 30 seconds at an absolute minimum of 500 watts. I'd like to be closer to 600 or over 600. So how I do it is I've been riding on Zwift with the Zwift, the World, controlling the trainer. And so actually it's very similar to outside in that I am building the terrain into my workouts. So there's various hills in here that I'll wait till I get to in order to execute this workout. So we'll check in a bit. All right, I'm gonna do the first little one here as a little sprint on the course here. Still just getting warmed up, so not gonna have huge power on the first one. .603. So another 5 of those. Then we'll move in to the meat. Finish that first piece. 6 by 30 seconds. Now we're already halfway through the next piece. My goal is to spend 20 minutes at 430 watts and then give myself 12 minutes, so a little over 50% recovery. And you can do these however you want. Oftentimes it ends up being like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And then I take, well, approximately half the interval recovery. So we're already 12 minutes in, and I'm gonna start the next one here in a brief second. So goal 430 for a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. We're on, like I said, Zwift is controlling the trainer resistance, so makes it kind of challenging with the cadence fluctuations. So we're on to the next phase now. I ended up doing 20 minutes, everything over 430 watts. Started towards the end, getting up to 460. Now, I'm entered in a Zwift race here. It's about to start in 30 seconds. And basically I'm gonna do my threshold phase now inside of one of these races. This is just the A group. There's about, I don't know, 50 or 60 people in the race overall. And I'll basically be looking to go 30 minutes and keep the power somewhere between 360 and 380 watts. But the beauty of being in the race, as is about to happen, is going to be lots of big surges. As is what always happens in the beginning, as well as up the hills and everything else. In order to not get dropped, gotta make sure you cover the brake. So, this is the next phase of the workout. Ended up doing 30 minutes in that race at 363. So, not my best work, but it's only March. So the final piece is 6 times 30 seconds. Once again, well, I'm a little tired, so I mean, if I can keep them over 480 to 500, I'm pretty happy with that. So here's the last one here, number 6. Huh. 501. So another minute and a half here, and that'll be 2 hours. That's a tough day. All right, so bike just finished. Just changed into my run clothes real quick. Get off sweaty bike stuff, and ended up for the 2 hours averaging 331 average power and 359 normalized power, which is a variability index of almost 1.09. So certainly not how you would want to race a 70.3 or an Ironman, but for an interval type workout, that's pretty good. Shows pretty good variation. So now, just a nice easy run. I got a hard run workout tomorrow, so just a nice easy run off the bike. I like to desensitize myself to running off the bike. So just an easy 5 miles here on Zwift. Really don't have any pace goals. I mean, I usually somewhere between 355 and 408 per kilometer, something like that is what it ends up averaging. But I start off nice and slow and just chill and just enjoy the feeling of running off the bike in a good day's work. So that's the day. Maybe we'll continue on tomorrow. We'll see.